All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Well, end of the month, Joel, and volatility is. Oh, listen, I couldn't even finish it.
I'm sorry, Spencer. How you doing?
I couldn't even get the sentence out.
Jesus, Murphy. What a nothing muffin day, huh?
Yeah. Well, it depends where you're looking, right? Like, if you're looking at AMC, it is not a nothing muffin day. If you're looking at the overall market, yeah, it's a little bit of a boring day.
All right, just real quick, S&Ps, we're a point with 2 points from where we opened this morning and 2 points from where we opened, 3 points last night. Up on the day, couldn't take out the pre-market high in a couple attempts, and we couldn't even get to the close from yesterday. All I wanted to do was buy 41.99, and I couldn't do it. Crude, that's down 38 cents at 66.48. Gold's in the green by 7.10 at 19.0560. Silver clinging at 28, up 7 cents at 28.01. Bitcoin, that's down 2,900 at 36,000. And Ethereum, that's down 250 bucks at 25.31. And I have a theory of why these currencies, these cryptocurrencies, at least these two, are being reined in.
Oh boy, is a big whale. Are the Winklevi twins selling? What's your theory?
Winklevoss.
I know the Winklevi is plural. I don't know.
Oh, who, Mr. Journalism major there?
No,
no, I think the Arbs are getting involved, and I think this is pure speculation. I'll talk about it with Dennis. I think that some of these big Arbs are taking down a couple futures contracts or a chunk of futures contracts, and they're just arbing against the exchanges, and they probably get totally flat over the weekend, and they're just starting to keep this stuff in line. So and the reason I say that is because I've been tracking the open interest in these contracts and the Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it like really doesn't move. It doesn't really move that much. So that means to me that people are not initiating new positions. And I can illustrate what I'm talking about. Now, I'm no technical expert on volume and open interest, but I can show you here on my screen.
Yeah.
And, look at this open interest here. This is Ethereum. Bitcoin has a little bit more, but look at that. Some days it doesn't even change. So you're telling me on this day here that it didn't open? No one took a new long or a new short? I mean, I don't understand it. But you know what? We'll discuss that with Triple D.
Okay, it's an interesting observation. It's a good observation.
Yeah, because it's just winding up, and it seems like people are just printing. Maybe they're just printing pennies. I don't know. I come up with my theories, and sometimes they're right. Sometimes they're totally wrong.
Well, the Reddit stocks were flying this morning.
Oh boy!
We had a little reversal. You can look at AMC because that's the leader, but you can also go to any of them, right? You can go to BlackBerry, you can go to Bed Bath, you can go to Fubo, you can go to Nikola, right? All of them are trading the same way. And it's down. It's down. It's down.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even have them up on my screen. You know why?
Because they don't affect the overall market.
Because all I would want to do is short them.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, and that would not be
control
good.
Yourself. Oh no, that's how you control yourself is by
It's just not there.
Yeah.
And I'm just I don't know if you saw my pre-market prep stock of the day was Dell, and I said everyone wants to talk about meme stocks. I don't. Dell is a pre-market prep stock of the day. I cannot. If you're trading this thing successfully, then there's absolutely no information that I could give you, or there's just nothing I could do that could help you trade this.
What a reversal on Dell.
It's crazy. Yeah, I know. Let's go. Well, I don't know. You had the spike and now it's coming back down. They juice that thing in the pre-market, AMC, but we won't cover the technicals on that. Yeah, Dell, this one's this is setting up here. I think if you're a long-term holder of Dell, you just got to respect this trading range, and it is a long trading range here. Going back April 15th, you've been in a trading range from 93.97 to 103.80. Big uptrend here. I don't know what to tell you to do right in the middle of a month and a half trading range. So, let it bust out over 104, break down through 94. Today it did get hit, caught the support from 2 weeks ago. The street didn't even know what to do during this head of the report. 4 days of nothing action, but that's what you had. That's what you had in the market as well. So that is the look at Dell.
And I don't know if you saw Costco today, Joel, but it's done some weird things. It was at 377, it went to 384. Now it's getting down back to 377 again.
When and this is just a general thing too. I don't like trying to be avoiding stuff here, but when when the years when I traded, like I would pick 4, 5, 6 stocks and I would trade the hell out of them.
Yeah.
And I would rotate them in and out. On earnings days, I would not trade those stocks.
Yeah.
I would what do I know?
Right.
There's a lot of people with a lot bigger axe to grind in these stocks and my 2, 3, 4,000 shares. So they're tough days, and just use it as more like even now. I mean, it didn't get up to the all-time high, and it didn't really, hit good support. So kind of the same thing, a great report, and it's not busting out. So
yeah,
got to wait. Consolidation station.
All right. Oh, yes, Easy Mike. I saw this headline. Did you see that in June, Joel? Finally, normalcy. Costco is bringing back free samples. Finally.
You know what? I almost mentioned back on the show. You know what they do now?
Well, yeah,
which is because I went there this week.
Yeah, they have.
Do you know what they have them behind glass?
Right, they have a sample, but you can't have a sample.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
That's it. What's the DD? We're all saved. We're all saved. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I did get the. Do you ever get the Costco hot dog in a pop for $1.99?
I had my first Costco hot dog like a month ago.
But you know what they and then I asked them, and I don't know if they're bringing them back.
Yeah, what do you got?
The onion grinder.
I don't know.
You're not an onion grinder. They had a big thing on the wall. You get your hot dog.
Yeah.
And you grind, and onions come out on the dog.
Oh, very cool.
If you're not an onion guy, but
I am. I just don't know what you're referring to. But I
think people know what I'm talking about.
I'm sure they do. All right. Keep dropping tickers in chat. We'll get to them. But I want to bring on a special guest we have for the At the Close show today, Mr. Sean Udall, Quantum Trading Strategies. Sean, good afternoon. What's up? Can you hear me? Oh, you're so quiet, though. I can barely hear you. Can you make sure those headphones are plugged in, or turn your microphone up, or check your mic settings in StreamYard? Here, let's try this.
Are you on mute?
No, hold on. Let's try something here real fast. Let's go edit mic settings. Let's go.
And this guy writes about computers. He's the tech stock strategist. And
that didn't work. Hold on.
Oh boy.
He's using those like the Apple
headsets, yeah.
with the mic. Sean, we can't hear you.
I heard a little crackle there.
Are the headphones plugged in? Nah, try just unplugging the headphones and see what happens.
Testing 1, 2.
That's better.
We got you, buddy.
As long as you can hear me.
All right, that works. That works.
The untech stock strategist. The non-tech stock strategist.
Hey, I do these all the time. Every now and then, usually I don't have an issue unless it's on the Bluetooth. Sometimes on Bluetooth I do get messed up. Well, anyway, are we good?
That one day your collar was up against the mic, and every time you moved, it was like, well,
you see, here's the thing. I put a collar on just for Joel.
I do that. Yeah, you don't know what I'm wearing underneath this,
Ooh.
but whatever. Sean, I'm gonna give you some credit. Okay.
I'm
Data
listening.
dog.
I'm
Data dog.
listening.
Data dog. You bought the
Data
dog.
beautiful.
DDOG. You were early. You knew it. Well, you're always early, but you always
I was 1 day early. That's not too bad.
You do your Kathy Wood on this. What now? What now?
I actually wrote some calls. Was it? Yeah. Put it this way, $92 yesterday, today. Maybe I did a little yesterday, a little today. So I like it for higher from 70 to 75, pretty good. I think this can go more. I mean, so Datadog is probably a good reflection of kind of how I feel about a lot of my recent purchases, or just a lot of stocks that came down a lot. They've had a nice bounce. Some of them, the bounce might be getting extended, dare I say, maybe some of the meme stocks. But a stock like Datadog has been a very rational mover higher. Here's another one, Affirm, AFRM. Here's another.
We'll talk about this one in a second, because we were talking. Pull up your daily. You got your daily there?
Sure. Whatever I can. Yeah.
What do you like? What jumps out to you right now? Like if you're, a shorter term trader, or you got a target. I know you're writing some calls here. Like what jumps out to you?
Well, there's actually quite a few things. One is all we're kind of doing is retesting a recent high. We're not retesting all-time highs. I do know now, this is one of my particular statistics. I can't really, nobody else can probably see this because I have this programmed in. Institutional selling peaked about, again, not exactly at the low, but around the low.
Right.
And has been falling since. So I think institutions are back buying. Are they back buying this, or are they just back buying tech in general? I would say institutions are definitely buying Datadog. So yeah, I mean, there's a number of
what
things.
I was looking for was you just like, if this thing opened up at like 96 tomorrow, or like it saw 96, I'd be palms out there. It wouldn't get through 96 the first time. I see three highs.
But I'm not too, again, that's more your specialty. I'm not too worried about if it goes up 2 and gives 2 points back. I will say this. I think if it breaks 100, it's not going to stop at 100.
Okay. What about Zillow?
I like Zillow, the concept. I think it's an okay trade here. Honestly, I probably would have bought it a little bit cheaper because I was buying Redfin, I was buying Open, I was buying IPOE, etc., Datadog, a week or two ago. Okay. And this hasn't moved very much yet. This is actually kind of a nice initial curl. I don't know. Put it this way. I like the name. I like the chart. I'm not going to talk anybody out of it, but I'm not going to buy it myself.
Sean and I were talking about IPOE a couple of weeks ago, maybe like a month ago now. I didn't know if you had bought it. I just bought some like 10 seconds ago. So we're in this together now.
Oh, good. I thought you went lower. I mean, I own it from about 15, probably.
Okay.
So I don't know if I got perfect prices, but they were pretty good.
I never. What about Skills?
Dude, I like Skills. I was in Skills when nobody knew about it. So $11 pre-SPAC. It was pre-SPAC. There might have been a rumor for Skills, but it came all the way back down. I think it goes higher. Today might have been, the day highs might have been a good short-term point to sell it, to be honest. But I think it goes higher. I think here's the Skills I bought. I'm not interested in selling unless it's like $25. That's kind of right. I mean, could I make exceptions to that? Sure. But I'm like not really interested in selling it less than 25, and I'm not sure I'd sell it at 25.
Okay. Yeah. What else did we talk about Fastly?
If we did, it's one I probably said. I had a couple people write in about it, and I said, hey, if you want to buy Fastly in the low 40s, I'm not going to talk you out of it. I think it's okay. And I felt it could bounce. And, Fastly for me is kind of no man's land fundamentally, but technically that $40 low stuck pretty damn good.
Yeah. And what about some of the Kathy stocks like Roblox? Do you follow that?
I honestly don't follow Roblox.
Okay. No. What about CrowdStrike?
Yeah, CrowdStrike's former long.
Not in it now, right?
No, again, it's just there's a lot. CrowdStrike is probably crowded, can go higher, very expensive.
That's a tough trade there.
Another stock I love Okta, but I'm not going to buy Okta here. So that CrowdStrike, Okta, kind of the same thing. Former longs. In fact, I think both were top. Well, one for sure was a top 20 list name, but I don't think both were. But yeah, I mean, what in security now is cheap?
Those are some messy charts. This Okta is a messy chart, and then that other one. I mean, once they have these parabolic moves and
that's the problem.
Come back to life. Let's go back SPACs. Let's go QS here. Is that something you dabbled in?
Yeah, that's not. I guess it might. Maybe it got low enough to kind of trade. I don't like it. Things I like better than QS would be things like EOSE, which spiked huge recently. Romeo was dirt dog cheap.
Oh, how is Romeo? Romeo out there. Romeo.
Yeah, I mean it's climbing, it's grinding. I wouldn't say it has not had the FOMO.
Yeah, you got to knock out that 9 seller. You know what I think? What happens with stocks? You know what I think happens with stocks like this is that people they're just like they load up short term, like they buy it between 7.25, and there's and they buy a lot of it, and they say,
if it goes to 685, they are gone.
Yeah, and then they're like, you know what? I'm risking 50 cents if I get $2 out of it, and I'm big positions, and so they don't care. So it gets stuck in a $9 area like this, and I think that's what happens. And then you got the way overhead supply. So the ride up the second time is never like it is the first time. I know you got to get ready for the close here.
Sure.
What about is that OMI? Boy, oh boy, I gotta get my glasses fixed.
What
is that OM from Yayo 289?
That's OMI. That's
OMI.
OMI. Yeah.
I don't know why are you flagging that one?
Just chat.
Yeah. Why are you flagging Owen to the minor?
Yeah, I mean it's a breakout. It's a breakout.
It's medical supplies.
Okay, I don't know. Someone put it in the chat. So what about Neo?
By the way, you know what I just bought the other day? I sold it for a nice clipper. I bought Lee, Li, out of it, but I could rebuy Lee very easily.
Yeah. Okay. What about you were short Tesla? What did you do?
Still short.
Really?
No, you know what I feel like about Tesla? I feel like I'm going to regret it if I don't increase my short here pretty soon.
Not only did he not cover, folks.
He wants to sell more.
He regrets. I love that.
No, wait. Why? What do you mean? Why cover? I mean, from high. I mean, this
you got to weigh up there. I just thought when this thing, like, it got like, I know I would have been tempted at 540 to cover. And it was, I thought, okay, this is coming to 540. It's coming to 540. And then it went down there. Then it gapped up. So
by the way, I can't say I have covered a couple times, but this is one where, let's say I cover at 520. I don't need 800 to reshort. I mean, if I cover, and I'm just using it, throwing a number out. It might have been 550. But let's say if I cover 500, I don't need 800 to reshort. I might be real happy reshorting at 620.
Okay.
Right? Something like that.
Okay. All right.
Have you guys talked a lot about Ford? I do have to go here to say. Have you talked a lot about Ford and the EV?
Oh, you shouldn't have brought up. You talk about that. Ford.
I'll be back when you're done talking about Ford.
Anyway, go.
I had it. I let it go.
But here's the thing. So what do you guys think? If you have people buying tens of thousands of EV 4x4 pickups, do you think they're going to buy as many Tesla cars? Now, the bears have made all these arguments about Tesla. Oh, it's accounting fraudulent. And I've never thought they've cooked the books or anything.
No.
I just think the fundamental thesis for Tesla gets way harder once you have Porsche, BMW, Mercedes, Ford, GM with all decent EV products. So good luck Tesla hanging on to the market cap they have when their sales don't grow much anymore.
Well, everyone's saying that, there's just going to be more EVs, and since they have this share, they're going to continue that share. But I tend to agree with you. have a small chunk long. Lisa won't ever sell it. Every time she looks at the chart, she's like,
hey,
what?
Happy anniversary. Happy
Thank
anniversary.
you,
I wanted
man.
to say that on air.
Okay. All right. I know you wanted to go with 350. It's 352. Yep. Sean, we'll be talking to you next week. Okay.
Hey, thanks. See you soon. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Sean. Sean Udall, tech stock strategist.
Yep.
Not very techy on the earphones, but we'll forgive him on that.
Sean's Twitter handle is in the description. If you want to follow him, he's at Udall Tech Strat. It's in the description.
I just want you to know, Sean and I wanted to take Twitter. We wanted to take it private when it was under $20.
Yeah, that was,
and we were only a couple billion short.
Right. I know. I remember that.
Yeah.
That was
I mean, I talked to Raz about it. He didn't want to do it. I don't know. Whatever. What do we want to cover? Do we want to do tickers? Do we got questions?
Yeah. Let's go back to OMI because Yayo said he's thinking of shorting OMI, Owens and Minor. Excuse me when I say Owens and Minor.
Why? Why are you thinking of shorting this? I want to know.
Allow me to get into the mind of Yayo for 1 second here.
Okay. All right. That was from you know what term that would the movie. Have you ever seen? Did you see Scarface yet?
No,
you gotta watch that.
That's like the one quote unquote like classic film that I just
gotta see
never got around to watching.
The opening scene in that is unbelievable.
I'll get around to it one day.
Okay,
not this long.
All right. He wants to short it. I don't know. First of all, did you do your research? Why did it have that big day on Wednesday?
Yayo says the volume is going down, which volume is going down in a lot of things, right?
I know.
I wouldn't use that as your indicator. Volume is low in the overall market right now.
We don't make recommendations here. I just couldn't short it just right. I mean, if I shorted it here, then I'd be out at, today's high. What I can tell you is there are two highs in the same area, 531, 559. So maybe you have a big seller at 5.5 that's being sneaky. Mm-hmm. So if you want to throw the short out here, 44.68, there's your risk. I don't even know if I'd use today's low, right? Today's low at 44.28. But if it did lose the low from Thursday, then I see that, that 10-point drop to 33.68. So that's one thing I do. Well, you should have just shorted the S&Ps. We just dropped 4 points here heading into the close. Maybe we've got some sell imbalances. But you did have that big volume update. I do see that. And then people are getting out, the next day. And then the volume's dropping off. So if you want to look at it from a volume perspective, who's buying this thing up here, right? So maybe it's run out of buyers. We're leaking here, folks, and we are leaking fast going into the close here. I think we just got hit with some end of the quarter selling balances.
End of the month.
End of the month. No, it's not end of the quarter yet. 2.5 was the current low. We're shaking here at 03. I sure hope it doesn't go to 41.99 now, because that's where I wanted it to go to this morning. But we failed to make a new low on the session. I brought up Eversource Energy. If someone can news me, please, and let me know. This is just end of the quarter.
I'm just saying,
that's what I think. What do you think, Spencer?
This is end of the month jockeying.
End of the month, yeah.
I think after all this, we still have 4 minutes left, but after all this, we're gonna end up green for the month, and it's just after all the volatility we saw a couple of weeks ago, we're gonna end up green for the month again for the fourth month in a row.
Yeah, all right. We just bounced in and make a new low back at 04.5. So 02 actually made a new low by a tick. So if you had your sell stop at the low of the day, you got done at the low of the day there, and trying to pop. Just overall, S&Ps, 39.7 point range over the last 4 sessions. I mean, my expected average daily range has been closer to 60, 55 to 60. So and I've been writing about this for my wrap up for the week. I'm like, well, are we going to bust through the new highs here, or are we going to go, or is this the top of the trading range? And you know what? I have no answer here for you, folks. We're still holding in here near all-time highs. So you can't really say this is a top of the trading range yet until we break down. So that's what you're looking at. We're not red until we go to 41.99.
All right, looking ahead to next week, I do. So there is a Tesla event. There's a Tesla event. What is it? I think it's Thursday night. I want to say, yes, it's There's a Tesla event at the Fremont factory. It's Thursday night. They're going to talk about the Model S Plaid. So watch out for that. And we mentioned this morning when Jason was on. There is this Bitcoin 2021 conference that it does seem like everyone and their mother is going. I think it's Thursday and Friday. And so like Jack Dorsey will be there. I would be watching all Bitcoin stocks into this conference. First off, they're notable because it's like the first big conference to go back to being in person, but it does seem like everyone's going. I'm not going. Obviously, Joel's not going, but
I don't go anywhere.
I don't go anywhere. So anyway, I'd be watching crypto stocks. I'd be watching Square. I'd be watching those guys, Mara Ride, et cetera, into next week. Obviously,
I'm really comfortable with the technicals here in Bitcoin. Okay. I really am. Good. I mean, you had your break. First, you had Musk on Saturday Night Live, right? Where's Doggy Coin? Where's Doggy Coin right now? Could you pull it up?
Yeah, I don't actually know. Let me
pull
it up for you right now because I'll be honest, I haven't looked in a couple weeks.
Okay. I bet you it's at what, 25, 30 cents or something?
31 cents.
Who's that just walked by you with that?
So here's the thing now that we've all got the vaccine, or most of us have, a lot of people are coming in the office, people that I haven't seen in over a year, right? So like every other day there's like a new reunion. We're like, oh, I haven't seen you in like over a year. What's up, man? I was like, oh. so Tyree just walked in. So
Tyree?
Yeah.
And he's got that pony thing on the top of the head or whatever.
The thing. Joel says nice, Tyree. Joel says nice thing on your head. Yeah. All right. 3:59, guys. 30 seconds left. Dogecoin's at 31 cents. In case you're wondering. And I wanted to also say, wait, no. You finish your thought, and then I'll finish my thought. You were talking about Bitcoin.
All right, we just made a new low here, folks. I'd have to say I don't have it up here. I wish I did. Selling balances. Now we're coming down to 41.99, and now I don't want it. That's too bad. Anyways, we're going to be flat on the session here. Probably some selling balances. Trading range defined, folks. That's what we got. I'm pretty sure Monday. No, not Sunday night, but Monday night. I'm gonna be. We'll do a little show Monday night and see what happens over the weekend. But
all right,
selling balances, little pop here. Good week for the market. Monday was the big day. I'll just pull that up. Monday's where you made your money on the long side, and then the rest of the week you're just pulling your hair out. So that's a wrap, Spencer.
Yeah, end of the month, green month for the S&P, green month for the Dow, green month for the Russell, not a green month for the NASDAQ, but you can't win them all. All right, as Joel said, no shows on Monday. We're closed for Memorial Day. Everyone have a great long weekend. Actually, before I let you go, Joel, before I let you go, I want to play a quick commercial for our Cannabis Capital Conference. That's next Thursday and Friday. So here is that. Everyone have a great long weekend. I will see. We got Money Mitch coming up next, so this is going to redirect to that. Don't go anywhere. Joel and I will see you on Tuesday, unless I decide to hop into the Money.
Have a safe weekend, please. Everyone, be safe.
Joel, I'm going to Traverse City for the first time. I'm going to tell you all about it.
Oh my God, go to that restaurant I told you about too, and eat some cherries.
I'll go. All right. Have a good one, everyone.